Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Once again, my name is Richard N, and today we're going to look at how to build a form on Monday.com. Yes, if you are new to this channel, this is Fast Kiddie, where we discuss a lot about CRM, project management, task management, softwares, and tools. And today, we are going to talk about how to build a form on Monday.com. And as you know, this form you build on Monday.com can be used for several things. It can be any kind of form and can be used to gather as much intel, as much leads, as much information as possible from your customers, from those who you are looking to recruit, from anybody or any audience you wish to explore. And today we're going to create this, and hopefully within the next couple of hours, we're going to get these forms filled with people's responses so you see how it looks like. So, how do you create a form on Monday.com? In order to create a form on Monday.com, there is one thing you must do. And like we've always said in our previous video, when you are on Monday.com, most activities you're going to do here, whether you want to create a board, whether you want to create a workspace, will always start from this here. You see this plus here is a very, very important key in Monday.com. So you can click on it. As you click on it, you're going to look below and you're going to land on form. When you click on form, you can be seeing the tool towards to create a new form. So you're going to create a new form. When you do this, the screen is going to react and then allow you to see the form building environment. So this is your form and you're going to begin to create it by clicking on edit form. As you click on edit form, this will allow you to configure the form the way you want it. Maybe you want to populate it with the questions that you like to get answers from. Please understand that forms are always directed either within the organization or outside the organization. Let's say, for instance, you are in a project and you would like people to give you their opinion about the project within your team. You can actually make a form for that. And also, let us assume you are looking for new customers and you want them to see your landing page or you want them to come or to be introduced to your products. You can actually build a form and use this to run a Facebook ad. And when they respond to this form, it's going to be receiving every details about them that can help you market your products to them, that can help you make them your full-time customers and what users. So these are just a few of the things you could do for this or with this form. But let us assume that we want to create a recruitment form. Like, yes, on the previous project that we did, we talk about hiring workmen. So let's assume you want to hire workmen, or maybe you want to hire some internship guys to come and work in your project or in your company so that you can maybe increase productivity and profitability. So let us create a form for this so that you can easily send this out and then get new people into your team. Let's get right to it. So to create a new form, first thing I always do is to what? I want to title the form. So I want to call it recruitment form. So when I finish titling it, I will want to say, okay, I want to name a description for the form. I'll say, okay, I'll call it uh, uh, Jandon, Jandon's uh, staffing. Yes, showing that what you want to do this recruitment for Jadons. Maybe a company known as Jandons contracted you to maybe hire some new staffs for them. So let us now populate this with what we need. So in order to create a form, you have to, put as much questions as you need to get the the input you're looking for. So what to do is that you see this plus here. This is what you're going to use to add extra questions so that people can respond to your form. with. Excuse me. So because we are building a recruitment form, you're going to use this plus to add extra questions that people are going to have to respond to. And to do that, let us click on it. When you click on this, you're going to see a lot of other things here that you can do. What you can, these are just the elements, like the different kind of things you can impute into your form, and whichever one you select has the way it responds and the way it behaves, the way it appears to the people that are going to respond to this form. So let's also assume you want to ask somebody for their name, where that they must write. What you do is what you use short text. If you want them to write a sentence, maybe like the address, I live in number 22 Emekuku Road off Ampalogu Street in Isalangwasa local government area. This is what you need. You need a long text. If you want them to write a number for you, this is what you need. If you want them to add contact, whatever, if you want them to fill number, email address, this is what you use. Then if you want them to, have a selection of, items, you use this one. Then if you want them to select more than one item, you use this. If you want them to answer a true or false question, this is what you use. If you want them to upload a file, if you want them to sign a signature, if you want them to add a link, rating, maybe add a date, like the date of birth, this is what you use. And then for location and country, you use this. Also, date range. So, because we want to ask for the name, we're going to start with what? Short text. When you add short text, you're going to impute the question in the first line. And the question is, what is your surname? I always put a question mark. And you're going to observe this form a little while. You're going to see something here saying required. This means that this question, you want to make it a compulsory. Once you check this box, it means that this question is compulsory. And if they don't fill this, if they don't tell you their surname, they cannot submit this form, because one of the things that is required to complete this form is missing. And when you click here, you can see the response. It has put a red star showing you that this question is what? Is compulsory, cannot be skipped. But if you remove it, nothing will come up. It's just plain. So let me put it back. Okay. Now we can delete this one. To delete, always click on what you want to delete, maybe the question you want to delete, and then look out for the what? For the trash can icon. Now when I click on this thing now, this thing will go away. You see? It says status question deleted. Now let us proceed. Let us add more question. This is for the surname, and they want to add their what? A given name. Still on the same short text. So we can say, okay, what is your given name? So as usual, this one is going to be required, and you can see the thing has popped up with a red star. So now we've gotten the surname and your given name. Let me add this, say, what is your given name? Or let's say, what are your given names? What are your given names? So the person has to fill his place by writing. It's a question. So when you're done with that, you can add another question. Let's say on your email address. Say, okay, what is your email address? Say, what is your email address? The reason why you did with that email this thing is that when they type their email address here, this money.com tool will allow you to verify whether the email is real or not. In other words, if it is a fake email address, it will not be accepted. So you make it a what? A required item. Then you can add another stuff. Okay, now you've gotten the surname, the given name, and the email address. The next thing you want to do is what? You want to add the phone number. Yes, they should give us your phone number. So, okay, what is your mobile number? Yes, with this, they're going to tell us, you see, they can select a country from here, and then they're going to enter the number. So make it a required. Then to the next question. Then you've gotten the email address, you've gotten the phone number. What is the next thing you want to add? Well, I want to add a kind of single select question, like a question where they can only make one input or maybe one selection. Say okay, say level of education. So on this part now you can put okay, you can put O level. Yes, you can put O level. You can put national diploma. You can put BSc slash HND. And you can put MSc. You can put an MSc, or you can also put a what? A PhD. Put a PhD. Yes, so this is, so that means when they come here, they can only take what? One answer. Now let us go to the next one. So because we are looking for recruitment, or maybe because we are looking for those that are going to work for us, we can add what? A multi-select what? Question. This means that whoever is responding to this form is allowed to make more than one response. Maybe you can simply select more than one answer when you are. So you can say, okay, what skills do you have? So a person can have more than one skill. You can say, okay, I can drive. You can say, okay, I can write. You say speaks English. Say English language. That's one skill. You can say, okay, baking. You can say, okay, I have another skill which is I'm a mason. So let us leave it for that. Now, because this is also a what you do is you make it required, because you want to know the person's you want to know the person's level of education, and then this one is also going to be what? It's going to be required. They have to tell us the skills that they have, and then we'll add another question again, and this time we can say we can later use a long text and say, okay, describe yourself in one sentence. Say describe yourself in one sentence. So this is going to be a required. So they are going to describe themselves here, and that is, this one. Say describe yourself in one sentence. That's that. So then let's continue and say, okay, what other text what other things you want to add? You can say, okay, upload your CV here. Say now upload your resume. Now, because this one is a resume, it's going to be required. So you're going to put it there. And then we can also collect signature from those that is filling this form. But before that, let us add the country of origin. Say country of origin. Then they can impute their country of origin. You see, because I did not, you see now, this one is not a short text, whatever, but you see they can select from the list of or drop down at the bottom. So this is going to be required. Now that they are done filling this, let us have them to sign. Say okay, signature. Say okay, sign your signature here. So they can easily do what they can easily sign. So let us make it like this, and then we are done with what? We are done with this form, because I want to stop it here. So now that we have done this, let us now go and design this form the way we want it to be like. Now, designing this form, we can actually use some things here. You see these things you see at the side here are things that we can use to design this form, but I don't want that. Let me go and customize. So I'll come to customize, and then you see I have welcome here. I've never seen a place where I'm going to fill a form and then they will greet me and say welcome. So I'll do what? I will turn this off. This is where you can turn it off here. See, I don't need it. No. Just tell them you don't want it, so it will be off. Then submission view means that at this bottom, what do you want to see here? Me, I want to see submit. I want to see submit now. See, it has changed a little bit. That is it. So now form restrictions. Form restrictions means you want to make sure that only humans are filling this form, and then by that now you add some security. And the easiest security you can add to a form is what? Is the show recapture challenge, which means you have to respond to that image that always pops up when you want to submit something online. And then until they do that, they cannot submit the form. So the thank you screen, we want them to say, okay, say thank you, your form was submitted successfully. And then we want to, that is how we do that. We just added that, and then accessibility stuff, this is not necessary. And then you see, we are done with this form. Now the next thing is to do what? Is to publish this form. But before we publish, you want to what? You want to preview. Preview means you want to easily check what you did, know what it looks like, and if it is okay, you can continue. So this is what we've done so far. This is what the form looks like. And then you can go back. When you go back, you can then publish. When you publish the form, you can shorten the link of the form. When you do that, the link becomes shorter, and then you can easily copy the link. When you copy the link, that means you can share it with other people, or you can attach it to your maybe your campaign advertisement, maybe your Facebook ad, your Instagram post, whatever. And then when you want to analyze is when you've already received the responses. Maybe this form has running for the last 1 week, for the last 1 month. You have received, people has filled it. That's when you come here and then you do what? You see what is going on, what they are saying. But also, you can still automate this form such that whenever somebody fills the form, what happens? You receive a message. You can receive a message. You can receive a kind of notification on your money.com dashboard that somebody has filled your form. So how do you do this automation? Look at it here. This is why you have automate. On this automate, you can tell this form to behave in a certain way. So let me show you how to do automation for a form on monday.com. So this is it. When you want to do automation, just like we did on our normal task and projects, you just have to come here and you say, okay, explore all automation. And on this part, you can say, okay, when this happens, do what? Do this as usual. We use to create custom automation, and you can say when what? When item created, do what? You can say, okay, send email. This means that what? When an item is created, do what? Send email. Then what? You are going to select the email that is going to be used to send the address. Then what is email, or what is the content of the email? So you can say, okay, dear sir, say your form has been filled by, say with the following details. Now what are the details? Say okay, the user, or say okay, what is you now what details you want to see when the form gets filled? Yes, I want to see the person's name. I want to see the person's name. I want to see the person's email address and mobile number, and also the level of what? Education. Yes. And because I might easily want to contact the person, I also want to see the person's phone number. So what you do is what? You format this very well so that when the notification comes to your email, you can easily spot what you want to spot, and then you can do what? You can continue what you want to do. Now that is the message. So please reach out to the respondent. That is that. We are done. So to someone now who will receive this message, you can select anybody from your team, or you can simply select yourself. But so me, I want this message to go. I want the message to go to a member of my team. Let's quickly see. I want the message to come to myself. You see, the message is going to come to me. Then I will say, okay, create automation. Now, this is how you create automation for your what? For a form you created on what monday.com. Now, whenever somebody fills this form and click on register now or submit now, you as the admin, you as the owner of this board, you as the boss that is that is organizing this recruitment, or maybe you as the HR, you're going to receive a message or a mail that somebody, an applicant has submitted your form. And so this is how to create a form on monday.com, and not just creating the form, but also automating the form. So like I've said, let us do a little recap. This is the form that we created, and this is what the form looks like. And after creating it, we're able to customize, and after customizing, we're able to obtain a link. This is a link you're going to do your advertisement with. You're going to put this on your Facebook ad, and when people look at the ad that you're recruiting, they are going to respond to the form, and then you're going to get a notice on your email. So this is how it is done. Please, I encourage you to like and comment on this video if you find it very useful. Also subscribe and share with your friends. But don't forget, this is a form. You want to know what form you created, so you want to go here and put a name for it. Say yes, recruitment form. So we can say, okay, this form is what is completed. So thank you for your time, and I want to see you in the next video. Goodbye.